Hey, how's it going? So to create a type in the array, I posted this on, anyways, Stack Overflow. Okay, so the first thing we do, let's say we want to create a, so let's comment this out. Let's say we want to create store with to-do list, right? To-do list will have an array, and inside the array we're gonna have objects that will have ID, name, and is done. Okay, so think about it as a TypeScript, right? We need to create an interface with ID, name, and is done in it as a single to-do item. Does that make sense? Well, let me delete this whole thing, and I hope you get it then. So think about it this way. That's what we're trying to do. We're gonna have a let to do equals is gonna be this, right, with objects in it. So each object is gonna have an ID of whatever name, shop, and then we're gonna have is done false, right? Then we're gonna have another version of this. Right. So do coding is done false. All right. So that's gonna be our sort of like to-do list. All right. So now, how do we create a store out of it? Right. So let me just do everything from scratch. So naturally, we want to do what? We want to do const my store equals. Now this is Mobx, so we need to do types model. So the first entry is going to be to-do list, right? So we want it to be array, and array should have ID, name, and is done in it, right? So we need to put this interface or into it, right? Think about it as a TypeScript. We need some kind of interface inside of here. So as opposed to using TypeScript, we're gonna use Mobx.model to create that interface. Make sense? So let's call it to-do list interface, right? And as opposed to using TypeScript, we're simply using whatever it's called, Mobx, right? So ID is going to be types, number, name is going to be types string, and then is done is going to be types boolean, right? So now we take this interface and we'll put it in here, and that's it, done. All right, now you're working with my store, but this is just an interface. So you can even kind of mark it as a interfaces, right? And this is gonna be actual store, if that makes sense. And then that's it, you're pretty much good to go. Take care.